Yeah,
It's
nothing.
like ignorance is bliss sometimes.
Absolutely.
That's actually why I'm always like, go do it.
Yeah.
Like if you try to, and I'm a theory guy, like, we know each other. It's like, I have logic, I have sequences to everything, but I'm just like, there are certain things you just are not going to learn unless you go do it.
No.
And I think that's the one thing I can say has been the biggest contributor to my success, because I'll learn if I go do something. And if I learn too much about it, then I hesitate.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I think too much about it, I hesitate. I used to have, all these books like, the Something for Dummies book, like, saving money for dummies, Facebook ads for dummies, any like talking to a girl for dummies, but for dummies, or golf
Right.
for dummies. And I just sit there and read it, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I just got to go to the golf range.
Yeah.
I just got to run a Facebook ad. I just got to, actually try to save money.
Yeah.
And it is funny because I think education like programs us a certain way. And then you mentioned technology, which is interesting. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I think of technology, and I think about how you went into these boardrooms and you didn't need a degree for that stuff, like you said. And what's interesting is that I see a parallel right now with that, because you don't get degrees in social media marketing. You don't get there are no degrees in that stuff that I know of, right?
Right.
In marketing there are, right? So this is a completely unregulated industry. Like, as far as I know, you can't even get a degree for consulting. And it's a multi-billion-dollar profession. I'm a consultant, you're a consultant, or a coach. There's no, academic degree.
Right.
And so it's just like you're sort of paid for what you actually think and know, and what kind of results you can get for people.
Right.
Which is pretty cool. So, I mean, all of you who are listening or watching, you're ready to study everything at the wazoo, and you're like, hey, just go help get results for people, and it might work out.
Yeah. And you said something. It's like, you've got to go do it before you're ready to do it. And here's the thing. Nothing has ever been done when someone was ready to do it. Parenting, I know you're not a parent, but as a parent, I can tell you this. I don't know a single parent that said, okay, I'm not going to have kids until I'm ready, until I know everything there is, and then I'm going to go have kids. Otherwise, you would never have kids, because and anything in life is like that. You cannot wait until you're ready, because you will never start, ever. I don't care
That's what I'm doing. I'm reverse engineering that and learning too much about kids, so I don't want to have them.
That's the problem. If you learn too much, you never want to have them.
Exactly. And so that's how I'm going to make sure that I don't have kids.
One of the scary things about kids that I've found out, they reproduce.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
And then you got grandkids.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yes, that's scary.
Yeah. I mean, I love my nephews. I don't want to be their dad.
Yeah. Well, I love my granddaughter, and that's the nice thing. I can give her back.
Yeah, that's what I do with the kids. That's what I do with my nephew. Just give it, hey, take them back. Yeah. Give them all the stuff. So it's interesting, right? So that's a mindset shift, I think, that anyone can kind of take away for this. Like, oh, I need a degree. I need a certification to do what I do. And we have a lot of people who are listening in this personal brand space. And the mindset shift is just go do it, right? You just got to go do it, because then you'll learn as you do it. Technology is really interesting, isn't it? Because now everyone's got, phones and everything. And, I grew up a kind of religious kid. I went to church a lot when I was a kid, and, you're in Texas, so it's church land over there. But I swear, man, like, the new religion is this self-help, self-motivation stuff. And, you look on Instagram or any other social media network, and you just all this cotton candy self-help stuff.
Yeah.
And yet people don't take action.
Mm-mm.
And so it's like the same thing I'm talking about in my little joke about kids. I think I eventually will want kids. Well, who knows? But it's like you educate yourself so much about what you're supposed to feel, and mindfulness and mindset shifts and thinking bigger. And technology helps us do that. but it also helps us learn so much to the point where people just feel like just because I learned about, lifting weights or a better diet, that's enough. And then they go,
And it's not.
they don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I know that you've talked in work, obviously in technology and stuff like that. What do you see happening with tech and all that stuff with the way that's shaping our mindsets?
I'm telling you, we are at a perfect storm right now between both the meetup of technology and the huge explosion, the huge catalyst, the huge change of the pandemic. And again, technology, I've been in technology for over 30 years. I know I see things that are out there. I kind of can vision things that are happening. And I'm telling you, we have to be ready to pivot, and we have to be ready to pivot big. We've got to learn how to think outside the box of what we're doing. And I'm not talking about just learning to do Zooms and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I'm talking about forgetting everything you know about the workforce and how we do things. It's going to change. I mean, so let's go back and look at some of these other big changes. So like when the internet came out, look at how much that disrupted stuff, from mail service, US post office. I mean, it affected everything. You look at, oh God, what was it? Blockbuster. You remember going
Right.
to a Blockbuster?
Yeah.
Streaming, it's completely changed that. You look at Kodak, they
Mhm.
back in the 80s, they ruled things. Then when digital stuff came out, it took that company out. And I think you're going to see that type of change from a technology standpoint, because we have the technology, we've had it, but now we're being forced to use it. And I'm telling you, things are going to change. You're going to see it first in schools. I don't think you're ever going to see a college, or even my daughter's, or my granddaughter's, elementary school. I don't think you're ever going to see schools even go back to normal. It's going to all go.
Really?
I don't think you'll ever. They might try it, but I personally don't think you're ever going to see it the same again. Uh, Everything is going to change, from sports to events to anything. And not only do we have the technology now and we're being forced to use it, but this is also forcing a whole bunch of people to have unbelievable imagination and create even more tech faster to meet up with these new demands. I mean, I do a lot of sports, and
Mhm.
I do a lot of cycling and a lot of running. I use this thing called Zwift. It's a virtual reality. So I have computer basically sensors hooked up to my bike and to my treadmill, and I ride and I run with people from all over the world. There is no need to go outside. There's no need to do this. Matter of fact, this last weekend I got my ass kicked, but I did the stage 1 of the Tour de France. I
That's
placed
crazy.
so out of 5,400 people that were in my group, I placed 44th, 4,400.
Okay, well, whatever. It's just the fact you could complete it
My
is kind of a
pandemic
thing that.
training plan has not done.
Hey, it's Mike Kim here. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel, where we talk all about building a personal brand business. That means you as a coach, a speaker, a content creator, how to market your content, how to create great content that people love. Make sure you hit that little notification bell, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a video. So glad you're here.